Hello, Taurus. This is Yo Spiritual Bestie, Ciara. I want to say thank you for stopping by. I want to start by saying welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not. Hey, bestie. All right, well, let's get straight into it. This reading is all about your connections, okay? So we're going to see what Spirit says, but we're going to start off with tarot, do a lot of tarot to get some more information regarding your connections that are coming in and out of your life, okay? All right, for Taurus, we're gonna put you right there. All right, what is Taurus's overall, hold on, it's gonna bother me. What is Taurus's overall energy for their connections? How are they showing up? Oh, Taurus, oh, baby. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing, Taurus. It's amazing to show up as the sun in your reading. You're being very valued with your connections. People love you. They gravitate to you. You are like the sun within your connections. I love that. All right. What's coming towards Taurus for their connections? What's coming towards them? What connections are coming towards them? Okay. We got a 9 of Wands. All right. Oh, 9 of Pentacles. You could be seeing 999. That is absolutely stunning. Okay. What's coming towards Taurus? Connections. Oh my goodness, Taurus. Y'all are in it right now. I love it. Taurus, connections coming towards them. What's coming towards them? One more, please, Spirit. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you do have the 5 of Cups. It's this last card of your energies coming towards you. And then you also have the 8 of Swords. All right. We're going to talk about it. We're also going to get some clarity for these specific cards. We're also going to pull a few cards for your love connections and also your business, career, finance connections. So let's get everything out and then we'll talk. All right. Sorry, I'm just thinking. It's so interesting. Okay. For love connections for Taurus. Oh, that flipped out quick. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Love connections for Taurus. What's coming in? Oh, okay. All right. So you have, like I said, Ace of Pentacles here. And then you have the 5 of Swords for love connections. That's interesting. All right. Let's get some business, money, career connections. Business, money, career connections for Taurus. Okay. 10 of Cups. Oh, that's beautiful. And then you got the 6 of Swords. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. You have the Fool. You have the Fool on the bottom, Taurus. I absolutely love the Fool card because it's Deadpool. You're going on an adventure. I kind of love that. Okay. There's so much to talk about, Taurus, and I'm like really getting geeked up about your reading. Okay. All right, Taurus. So you are showing up as the sun, right? You are a beacon within your friendships, your community. People see you and they gravitate to you. They love you in connections. I'm also hearing that you are seen as someone who is full of, I was going to say influence, like influential, right? But I was also going to say wisdom. You're full of wisdom. They come to you for advice, Taurus. You are considered, like I said, a beacon within your people. Connections that are coming towards you, though. You have the 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. All right, 9 of Wands is that wounded warrior energy. So you could have someone who feels a bit wounded. I'm not sure if it's from you or not. Could be. This could be a past wound or a past person coming or being seen within your energy, Taurus. It's possible. But they have their guard up. But that doesn't mean that they're completely... How do I put this? Because we're going to have to clarify it. But I don't think they're fully against you is what I'm saying. It just feels like they're nervous. They're scared. It could be something that happened in their past or you guys' past if this is a connection. I'm hearing that they don't want to ruin the connection though. And so it's a little bit of, if this is a new person, they might be a little hesitant to connect with you because they feel like they have enough baggage. That's what I'm hearing, Taurus. They have enough baggage going on. They don't want to rain on your sunshine. I know that sounds bad. But the thing is, Nine of Wands is technically courageous, right? It's like, I'm on my last stand. I'm still standing. I'm still fighting. So this definitely feels like this isn't an end-all be-all kind of connection. This is just someone who might be a little nervous because of either past connections or because of past history. You'll have to see how it resonates for you, Taurus. So you also have Nine of Pentacles. I love that, okay? Nine of Pentacles is that luxury card. It's independence. It's success. It's reaping the fruits of your labor, right? So you could have someone who is very independent in your energy and connections. I'm hearing like they definitely are that type of friend that message you and be like, hey, you want to go get dinner? Like, I'll pay. Or like, you know what I mean? Or like you pay this time, I pay next time. Like, it feels very much like there's an ebb and flow between you two. And the thing is, they don't want for anything. And I don't know, you know what else? We're going to have to clarify, but I'm getting a little bit of, you might be a little iffy about the connection because with the Nine of Pentacles, it is a card of independence. So it could register either way. You'll have to see how it registers for you, Taurus. But it could be that you see them and you're like, oh my God, they're so independent. They're so fabulous. I love that. I don't have to babysit our friendship and our connection, right? Or our love connection, whatever that is for you, right? Because these are connections coming in. And in your energy at this time, right? But with that Nine of Pentacles, it feels like for some of you, you could be worried they have too many guards up or boundaries up, and not in a bad way. It's almost like, you ever feel like someone just doesn't need you at all, and they kind of put out the energy of like, I could take it or leave it. Like, I could literally leave today and never talk to you again, and I'm okay with that. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And you might be like, I enjoy this connection, but it's very surface level. Like, I want to make it deeper. I want to grow with it. We'll have to clarify it. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, this is like reaping the fruits of your labor from stuff that happened in the past. And like I said, this could even be both of these connections where it's like in the past there might have been something that has wounded both of you, made you both nervous, but now you both are flourishing. Nine of Pentacles. We'll have to clarify it. You also got the Queen of Pentacles, which I absolutely love. Some of you also, I did mention, can be saying 999, 1010, or 555 because you got Five of Swords and Five of Cups here. All right. So with that Queen of Pentacles, she is a card of nurturing health. I like to say she likes to romanticize her life. She's definitely someone who is going to nurture her connections, right? She values her connections. Her connections are something that she will not give up on easily. So this connection could be like either a mother figure, an aunt, or even just a good friend or older friend even. I don't know. I'm getting older energy for some of you, not all of you. Could be another earth sign, by the way, because you got both of these pentacles here. So it could be a Virgo, another Taurus, right? Or a Capricorn. But it feels like this connection is, they see you as very valuable and important to them, Taurus. I'm hearing you bring the sun and they grow from it. And vice versa. You also bring nurturing and love. And like this connection, they bring love and nurturement towards you and you bask in it. So it feels like a very mutual type of situation here. Five of Cups, which is also very interesting, is the last connection, right? So Five of Cups is a card of kind of grieving, mourning. You've lost something, right? Something that you've appreciated and loved and enjoyed. And like, yes, there's a little bit of a remnants there, right? The two cups are back there, where you can see. They're right behind her with the bridge and a new life and a new opportunity, but she's still stuck on that past energy. So that could be a connection that happened in the past that still feels wounded by you, or vice versa. And the thing is, I feel like there might have been an attempt of a reconciliation, Taurus, either you or them, but it never went anywhere. I'm hearing like I'm acknowledged I'm wrong, I'm sorry, and then just never talking about it again. So there is a little bit of that grievance, right? A little bit of that wounded energy for connections towards you, Taurus. But let's clarify it. I want to get some more info because I'm nosy, baby. I'm your spiritual bestie for a reason. All right, for Taurus, why the Sun card, Spirit? Why the Sun? Okay. Interesting. 5 of Wands? Okay. You really could be seeing 555, by the way. That's insane. Interesting. 4 of Wands on the bottom, which is a card of celebration and victory, success, homecoming. So there could be a conflict within. You know what I just heard? All right, Taurus, this is what I heard. You are showing up as the Sun, right? That's how you're showing up in your connections. But there might be a little bit of a conflict with how bright you are. I know that sounds insane. Take what resonates, right? Oh, I should have started by saying this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Let me continue. Okay. For some of you, there could have been a conflict because of how bright you are, right? You bring a lot of energy to the table. You shine brighter than they do. There might have been conflicts within that brightness that people didn't enjoy or didn't like, right? I don't know. That's what I'm getting. I'm hearing you could have been focused really on your happiness and people didn't like that. But you know what else? I'm also feeling like with this 5 of Wands, it also could be that even though you are showing up as the Sun, there's still conflicts within you allowing connections to happen. Interesting. There could be a little bit of a distance from you, Taurus, where you feel like you want to be happy. That's how you show up. I feel like when you show up, you show up. But when you don't show up, it's like you just aren't interested. Like, you know what I mean? Or you're focused on yourself and people don't like it and it grows a conflict, right? I will say this, Taurus. If you're focusing in on yourself and taking care of yourself, good. Okay. Those people just gonna have to be mad, baby. Because remember, we got the 8 of Swords at the bottom, right? That is a card of insecurities, feeling trapped, feeling like that's a self-imprisonment, right? It feels like you can't get out of something, even though you can easily get out of it if you tried. And it feels like for some of you, Taurus, people might not see you clearly, right? Or they might not realize how great a connection is with you. Like you're a jewel, but they're not realizing you're a jewel. They're seeing you as dirt. I know that sounds bad because you're still a jewel, baby. But like, I'm trying to make that, because you know what? Let's clarify it. I'm curious. Why the 5 of Wands? Let's just clarify it. 8 of Swords again. Oh my God. So I think I showed you, right? The 8 of Swords at the bottom of this deck. That's insane. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you're not being seen clearly. Either that or maybe you don't see yourself clearly when it comes to connections. And that's something you have to work through, Taurus, because you are considered one of the, you're literally showing up as the Sun. There's no greater card in tarot. But maybe you don't see yourself clearly. Let's get some more information. All right. Why the 9 of Wands for connections that Taurus have? Why the 9 of Wands, Spirit? All right. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Oh, the World at the bottom. Okay. King of Wands. Okay. We're just going to get everything out and then we'll talk about it. Why the 9 of Pentacles for Taurus? Spirit. In their connections. Ooh, Tower. Okay. Why the Queen of Pentacles? 10 of Swords. Interesting. Why the 5 of Cups? Okay. Got the 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. 2 came out. Ooh. Okay. 10 of Cups. Page of Swords. So you definitely could be seeing 10-10. Okay, let's talk about it. There's so much to talk about, Taurus. Woo! Okay. All right, so you got the King of Wands, right? He is a fiery energy. He is that visionary energy, right? He doesn't mince words. He does what he needs to do. And with the fact that it's matched up with the 9 of Wands, so there could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn. No, Jesus. Could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. There we go. Anyway, that feels a little wounded by you, Taurus. They feel like you're just not registering for them. Um, the thing about the King of Wands is, you know what I heard? I heard he has a fragile ego. So listen, the King of Wands is great, okay? He is a visionary. He gets stuff done. He doesn't miss words. He is that card of like entrepreneur, right? Of the tarot. He is the card of if you want a boss, it's gonna be the King of Wands. But the thing is, King of Wands also can have quite an ego, right? And with the Nine of Wands, it feels like his ego has been wounded. So someone in your life could feel like you've wounded their ego. But you know what I'm hearing? You may have told them the bare, naked, ugly truth and they didn't like it, Taurus. They just didn't like it. And now they're feeling a little wounded within the connection. I don't think they want to end the connection, but I think they feel wounded. Now with this Nine of Pentacles, look at this. You have the Tower. First of all, you know me. I love a good Tower moment. That is a dropping of a reality, right? It is an abrupt, sudden ending. See, like I said, you could have had someone in your energy or around you who was very independent, right? Very secure financially, was doing great. And it might have been a sudden change or a sudden energy or a sudden ending with them. You know what I'm hearing? They might have started just randomly switching up on you out of nowhere. You have no clue what happened. And you're just like, okay, but what is this, And it feels like there might be a need for a conversation, and you might be a little nervous to actually produce a conversation. But with that and it's funny because I said earlier with that Nine of Pentacles, it felt like almost like they had walls. The Tower is all about walls being built too high. There's no door. The Tower is falling. It goes through this period of that Tower moment because they need to get out of that Tower. There's no door. There's no way to get out of their fake sense of reality. It's not real. And I feel like you might have also, girl, bestie, you might have also told them the truth and they didn't like it. I don't know, Taurus. I'm just getting with that Tower that there might have been a switch up happen. And it could even be how you're registering, how you're talking, how you're walking, how you're speaking. Like I said, you might be focused more on yourself at this time, and people aren't sure what that means, right, Taurus? They're not sure what it means. So there could be definitely an abrupt change within a relationship. You're going to have to kind of let me know, Taurus, what that means. Like, was there an abrupt change or an abrupt ending, an abrupt shift? Like, is someone talking a little different, a little crazy? I don't know. You're going to have to kind of get some information based off of your life, what that Tower means and why there's a sudden shift. And you know what, though? The thing is, the Tower is so sudden that they're not prepared for it. It's a rocking of a foundation. For some of you, this could also not just be a friend. It could be like an aunt. You know what else I'm hearing? For someone, you could have been getting financial support from someone who said, girl, I got your back. Or like, boy, I got your back. Like a friend, an auntie, a mom, even a parent, a parental figure. Could be whoever. But it could be someone who said they got your back, and then all of a sudden the well is drying up financially, or they can't actually do what they say they're going to do, or they're all of a sudden, you know what I'm getting? This is just an example, Taurus. Let's say you're going through a hardship, right? And your friend says, oh my God, come live with me, come stay with me. I promise you can stay as long as you want. Like, I'm going to help you get yourself together. Like, we're going to figure it out together. And you're like, okay, thank you so much, right? And you go and you stay with them. Well, the friend, right? And after like a week, they're like, when are you moving? Have you looked at apartments yet? Like, they're expecting you to kind of already have it together within a week, but you're like, you told me I can stay as long as I want. You see that I'm actually applying for jobs. You see me literally going to apply for jobs and going to see what else I can do. You've seen me actually going like to figure things out. You've seen me like, door dashing or doing extra stuff to make money. Like, it's not like I'm just sitting on my butt. Like, you've seen me do the work. That's what you're telling them, Taurus. And they're like, yeah, but when are you moving? Like, when are you done? And it's like almost like the script flips, Anyway, lastly, you have the Ten of Swords here. That's a dead, done, over with ending. So there could be like an ending between you and a Queen of Pentacles type of energy. Like I said, this could be a mom and aunt, a figure with that Queen of Pentacles. Someone who has nurtured you. Some of you could have had a falling out with your mom. or a guardian of some sort, or someone you've seen as a guardian. It could be a big sister for some of you. But it definitely feels like this is someone that has been in your relationship, in your energy for a while. At least 10 years, at least. It definitely feels like someone who has mothered you, nurtured you, loved upon you. And it's ending. And I feel like you decided to make that decision based off of, I don't know, how they're coming towards you, how they're like, you know what else? It could be just you feeling like you're being babied too much, or you're not being listened to, or you're being talked down or belittled. I'm hearing I know best. Like, I'm hearing mother knows best from Tangled. I've had Tangled in my mind this whole time. The tower, I don't know. That's been on my brain. Some of you could also be seeing the movie Tangled, or watching Tangled, or been thinking about Tangled, or singing the Tangled, like, songs from Tangled. Anyway, yeah, it definitely feels like someone maybe felt like they knew best in how to nurture you. For some of you, you could even have a child, or something you've nurtured yourself, and they want to take over it and tell you how to do it. Does that make sense, Taurus? I'm gonna give you an example. It doesn't have to be a child, right? But it could be like, let's say you adopt a puppy, right? You love your puppy, and you have an older friend, right? Let's say a roommate, and she's telling you, this is what you need to do with your dog. This is what you need to do, right? And you're like, well, I'd rather do this, or I've read about this, or I've done research about this, right? And it feels like they're trying to tell you they know best, when you're like, but I want to do it the way it's my puppy, you know? Anyway, last one here. Got the 10 of Cups. I absolutely love that. With the Page of Swords. So with that 5 of Cups, like I said, that is an energy of wounded, right? Grieving. The fact that we got the 10 of Cups, it definitely feels like the connection is being rekindled, right? I'm hearing like reminiscing over memories, things that were important. They could also be realizing that they can discover happiness with those 2 cups that they left behind, right? With the Page of Swords, though, it can be, yes, a sneaky energy of them watching you on social media, wanting to be a part of your life, right? Realizing that they do still have a chance with those 2 cups. But for some of you, this could just be them deciding to reach out, right? They're realizing that the connection is not completely gone. They're like, hey, I have 2 cups. I have this bridge. I have this castle. Let's connect. Let's let's see what we can do with these little pieces that we have left, these remnants, right? How can we make that bloom into something more? I want to keep blooming with you. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is that divine love. It's happy home, happy family, it's community. And it is honestly a card of gratitude and happiness in the midst of anything. But it's a card of happiness, abundance, growth, success, right? And I feel like they want to do it with you, Taurus. They don't want to stay in that five of Cups energy. For some of you, this could be someone who is really interested in you, Taurus. But they had to grieve their past first and let it go, so they can be able to be open with you fully. Okay, let's keep going. So for your love, you got the Ace of Coins, 5 of Swords. I absolutely love the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles. So your love life could be feeling very frugal. Not frugal, very abundant is what I was going to say. Prosperous. Your love life could be, because with the Ace of Pentacles, it is a card of a seed, right? It is something that you can plant and grow, and become something even grander, even bigger, Taurus. So with that Ace of Pentacles, I feel like your love life is actually forming something that's more stable and solid for you. With the 5 of Swords, though, that is a card of like defeat, right? A feeling like, I heard that you can't get up. Help me, I've fallen and I can't get up. But with the 5 of Swords, I also like to see it as winning at any cost, right? Winning no matter what, right? And it can be a card of looking back over the situation, realizing that you could have done things differently. So with this 5 of Swords, I feel like maybe you are realizing that love can be done differently, that it doesn't have to just be a defeat. You know what I heard? I'm hearing you're realizing that you don't have to always be the one to settle, or Because like when a relationship happens, you should compromise. But I feel like in your past, you may have always been the one to say, yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, I settled. Yeah, or vice versa. You could have always been the person that made sure they failed. They settled. Taurus. But with the Ace of Pentacles, it feels like something is growing, right? Something that is going to start off as a spark and interest, and it's going to grow into something that is way more beneficial than you think. Your love life is not only going to benefit you romance-wise, but it's also going to give you an element of stability, right? Security. The thing about love is it's not just love, right? When it comes to relationships, love is just one element. You also do need respect and stability, and you need a groundedness, right? And with this Ace of Coins here, it could be another earth sign, but it feels like this love is going to be grounded and successful. And it's going to teach you a lot about what you've let happen in the past regarding love. The fact that you also had the Fool, like I said, at the bottom of this deck, it definitely feels like you're realizing that you can try love again and it's okay. Your heart is still stable enough to handle it. With the business, money, career here, you got the Ten of Cups and you got the Six of Swords. I love that for business, money, career. Ten of Cups is, oh my God, you got Ten of Cups again. Ten of Cups is already here. Yeah, you're going to be in a very abundant, happy time. Let's see, you have the Sun. Taurus, you're in it. Okay. So with that Ten of Cups, like I mentioned earlier, happiness, right? Success. I'm here you're going to be able to provide more for your family, for yourself, right? It is a card of finding, like I said, happiness within any situation. I feel like you're getting very grounded in yourself and also your connections. And you're finding that you can find yourself being happy without needing everything to be perfect. You know what I mean? You're realizing that happiness is not within perfection, that you can just be happy with what you have, and it brings even more abundance. Does that make sense? Because it's gravitating towards your energy of happiness. With that Six of Swords, it's a moving away. It's funny, 5 and 6. So you could also be seeing 5, 6, 5, 6, 16, 16. 5, 6. That's so interesting. You know, for some of you, it could be that love happens first in business, like 5, 6, like it goes like this. Like something interesting can happen in love, and then it trickles over to your money, career, and your business. Anyway, Six of Swords is a card of leaving those choppy waters, leaving the rain clouds, the storm, and adventuring towards something new land, right? A new destination. But with the Six of Swords, there are 6 swords in the boat in the original tarot, and it stands for those lessons learned, right? That you're moving away from. Even though you're moving away from the difficulty, the conflict, you have lessons that you've learned that you can now implement towards your new destination. And Taurus, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're entering a new period when it comes to career, your money. It definitely feels more stable, more grounded, more successful within your career as well. And it feels like you have learned so many lessons when it came to money, career, that you're able to really implement something fresh. Something, I'm hearing you're going to also be able to just handle things a lot better than you have in the past. It's only a progression from here. All right, Taurus. So I am going to be pulling a Moonology oracle for you to close out this reading regarding your connections. So for Taurus, for their connections. Ooh, something tried to flip. Okay. Believe in the impossible. Yeah, I think things are shifting and changing quickly for you, Taurus. Blue moon. But you also got a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. I did say your romance life is about to get very interesting, Taurus. All right, so you have the believe in the impossible, blue moon. I always say this, but some of you could also be seeing blue or enjoying the color blue. I'm definitely getting, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing stargazing, moon gazing. You might like to stay up at night or go for night drives and just go look at the moon and the stars. And, you know, it's crazy. I see you being by yourself, but I feel like you don't mind it. But here are some additional messages for this believe in the impossible blue moon. It says, Miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. Wow. It also is a card of I'm lucky. So there is something that's coming in that you might need to take hold of. I'm definitely getting in connections, right? Because this reading is all about connections. There's a need for you to grab onto something and hold on to something when it comes up, Taurus. I feel like you're going to realize it when you see it, that this is something you don't want to pass you by. Anyway, additional messages. It says, what happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. And lastly, this situation is unlikely to repeat. Wow. I'm really stuck on the person you're inquiring about is a rare find. Taurus, you know what I'm getting, Taurus? I'm getting that both of you are rare finds. I did say that you are like with the Sun card here, that you are recognized as a gem. I feel like they also are recognized as a gem. And I feel like because you both are gems, right? They're saying do not get stuck on your past or how you feel or your insecurities when it comes to this person. When they show up, they're showing up. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to show up and show out. And it's your job to realize that this person is divinely guided for you. The fact that we got the Ten of Cups twice, it feels like a very much like whatever this connection is coming in, it is going to feel like a divine counterpart, like a divine love, a divine experience even. You know what? I did say this for Virgo, but I'm going to say it for you, Taurus. Sorry. Okay. When you meet this person, though, it's going to be one of those experiences where you're going to be like, you're never going to forget it. You're never going to forget it. You're literally going to be like, I'll never forget this experience in my life. And like this person, I'll never forget this person. That's what it's going to feel like. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, Taurus. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, baby. Join the channel so we can make it grow even bigger. I want to grow my spiritual bestie community, and I want to really create a community where we can lean on each other, right? And really get close in our spiritual journeys together. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Other than that, I'll see you in my next reading. Bye, my love, Taurus. Take care of yourselves.